We have just gotten in the first part of the shipment for quick reads. For whatever reason, we did not get level A. I think maybe that's my fault. But we did get B and C. And we also got what you see here, which is a placement guide. I had told you all that I thought you could use the Dibbles scores as placement, and I still think you can. If they have a 40 or above from their school's Dibbles scores, I think it's fine for you to start at level A. But there is a good bit of information within the placement guide that might be helpful to you as well. There are benchmark tests, and I'll show you that on the next slide. This is the first one of the benchmark tests for level A. And if the kids are able to read this passage at 40 words correct per minute with an accuracy rate of at least 90%, then you can begin with level A. If they have fewer than 40 correct words per minute or with less than 90% accuracy, then you need to start using something else until you can get them to that point, unless you want to scaffold them a good bit. If they're just somewhat off and you want to give them a good bit of scaffolding and use the materials, that's going to be your professional judgment there. Obviously, there are the next levels as well that are available to you to test them with. And if you decide that as you go down further, if you get a child who can read a level D or E, let us know and we will order you those materials. I want you to notice too that for level A, it's 40 words correct per minute. But as you move to level B, then you're looking for 50 to 80 correct words per minute. And level C, it moves up to 60 to 90. So as the difficulty rate increases, the demands for fluency and words correct per minute increases as well. I have just done a lot of work with looking at the materials that came with this program, and it's all really very interesting, but then I'm a reading wonk. So if any of you are interested in how this program was put together, I found it really interesting, and I think there's a lot of research to support its use, particularly if you do it well and do it the way it is intended to be done. It will support not only their fluency, but also background knowledge and vocabulary. So I really am pleased with these materials, and I hope that the children will not mind using them too much. I think if you use it the way it's intended, they will be cooperative and will like it. This is the Quick Reads instructional routine, and they say that you can adapt it after a while, but that you need to start out with a routine. They are very specific about the way these things should be done. They want them to read them either aloud or silently the first read, and give them as much time as they need, and then they fill out a graphic organizer to go with it. Of course, you all will have to get them to draw their own graphic organizers for working in their notebooks, since we're not writing in the books themselves. But the instructional routine, if they cannot read it, that first step is going to be pretty hard. So it may be that you will have to actually do the second read as the first read, where you actually read it along with them. So you're going to have to make your judgments about that, but they will need to read it 3 or 4 times before their final read in order to develop the fluency and also to become thoroughly familiar with the vocabulary. It is a highly controlled text, not the way Sally, Dick, and Jane was exactly, but there is a great deal of repetition of the sight words that they'll need as their base. That was one of the things that I learned in the thing that I watched online from the woman who developed these. But anyway, let's give it a try, and I will be coming around to help, and hopefully we can get level A in pretty quickly. Let me know if you have any questions or any problems with it. Thanks.